Yep. I just made some noise because I feel free because no one is at the house for me to freaking worry about when I'm speaking in my video. But anyways, I want to speak about identity in this video. Identity. It's a very important, it's a very interesting topic because I know a lot of people think about this at all. But what you are or the person you are it's literally a result of what you think of yourself in your head. A quick example that I think can make you understand this better is imagine two people. Okay, one guy is, in terms of on the scale of looks, he's a 5 on 10, but he thinks he's a 9 on 10. Okay, and the other guy is actually a 9 on 10, but he thinks of himself to be a 5 on 10. Stumbling my words. Let's say there's a bunch of girls in front of them. Which guy do you think would get more traction? The guy who naturally looks good, but he thinks of himself to be a 5 on 10, or the guy who actually looks like a 5 on 10 but is actually thinks of himself to be a 9 on 10? I'm gonna tell you, the guy who thinks of himself to be a 9 on 10 would get more attraction, because think of it in the long term. Think of it in the long term. The guy who doesn't think he looks good is eventually going to take care of his skin less. He's eventually, not care about his diet. Whereas the guy who actually perceives himself to be a better looking guy, even though he's pretty average, will do the best that he can to get to that level. He's going to be eating right. He's going to be taking care of his skin. He's going to be putting freaking sunscreen on and whatever routine skincare people do. But that's what's gonna happen. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to ask you a question. What do you think of yourself? Do you think, like most people, they perceive themselves to be a lazy person? They perceive themselves to be, pretty average, not good looking, don't earn enough money, pretty lazy person, sits and watch TV all day. And that's obviously what their life is like in real life. A major thing that happened to me when I started self-improvement was after the first week, out of nowhere, I started perceiving myself as this disciplined guy who freaking, is completely different from 90% of the world, who does all these things that 90% of the world does not do. I started meditating, I started working out, I started working on YouTube and all this stuff. And it's like literally in 1 week, I perceived myself to be a different person. And it wasn't a conscious decision. It wasn't like I'm trying to think of myself as someone else, but eventually that happened. There are many athletes in this world who perform at their best when they're 35, 36, 37. And many of them actually outdo the guys who are in their early 20s. Why? Because they perceive themselves to be very fit. Your perception of everything matters a whole lot. And there's the common saying everyone says, believe in yourself. They say believe in yourself is because what you think of yourself is the most important. It doesn't matter what my mom thinks of me or what the random fat dude on the street thinks of me. What do I think of myself? I don't care if any of you comment down below saying, oh, your videos are not good, you speak like a dumb, I don't want to say the word, but you're not going to succeed. I don't care about any of that because I know in my head I'll succeed eventually. I'm not trying to brag about it or sound overconfident, but that's just natural. That's the belief I have in myself. So sit down 5 minutes. I know you won't do it because I look like a freaking teenager who doesn't know anything. I don't care what you choose to do, but I would recommend you sit down for 5 minutes after this video and ask yourself, what do you think of yourself? Do you think of yourself to actually be someone who's hardworking and you see yourself achieving success soon? Or do you see yourself just like an ordinary person, living an ordinary life, eating cereal for breakfast, scrolling on Instagram, posting some cringy stuff on your Instagram story, whatever. You get my point. And this video was completely unscripted. Like, I didn't script this video because I wanted to just, experiment, I guess. And in all honesty, I slept too yesterday. I was supposed to script the video. I slept. I was so tired, bro. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for the video. Who are you, bro? Who are you?